welcome back to the show, folks. Do you like my new hat? I bought a custom snapback earlier this week, and I decided I should update the model here to match, because a leaf, you picked a leaf! First up, Good Omens. If you don't know, Good Omens is a show starring Michael Sheen as the angel Azrael and David Tennant as the demon Crowley as they work together to stop Armageddon. I haven't watched it yet, but I do love me some David Tennant, so it's on my list of things that I need to watch but haven't started yet. Other things on that list include, but are not limited to, all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5 and 6, Punisher Season 2, Jessica Jones Season 3, and all of the other Marvel shows, maybe one day, and a bunch of other non-superhero things, I swear. Back to Good Omens. From The Guardian. Thousands petition Netflix to cancel Amazon Prime's Good Omens. I'm serious. More than 20,000 Christians have signed a petition calling for the cancellation of Good Omens, the television series adapted from Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman's 1990 fantasy novel, unfortunately addressing their petition to Netflix when the series is made by Amazon Prime. Now, that goes to show how great Netflix's reach is. They become ubiquitous. Ubiquitous? Ubiquitous. It's like calling every store a Walmart. Good job, you've done it. Now, what do these Christians have to complain about? Well, here's the description on the petition, which has since corrected itself to read Amazon instead of Netflix. The Amazon series Good Omens, based on a book by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, portrays the agents of good and evil as fighters in an arbitrary struggle devoid of meaning and truth. This series presents devils and Satanists as normal, and even good, where they merely have a different way of being and mock God's wisdom in the following ways. An angel and demon are good friends and are meant to be Earth's ambassadors for good and evil respectively. This pair tries to stop the coming of the Antichrist because they are comfortable and like the Earth so much. God is voiced by a woman. The Antichrist, who will oppose the kingdom of God, is portrayed as a normal kid that has special powers and a mission to destroy the world which he doesn't really want to do. There are groups of satanic nuns that are chosen to raise the Antichrist. The four riders of the apocalypse, God's means of punishing sinful earth, are portrayed as bikers. In the end, this is a denial of good and evil. Morality and natural law do not exist, just humanitarianism and an ultimately useless creed. This is another step to make Satanism appear normal, liked, and acceptable. We must show our rejection. Please sign our petition, telling Amazon that we will not stand silent as they destroy the barriers of horror we have for evil. This being said, Amazon Prime seems to be taking it in stride with this tweet where they joke that if Netflix cancels Good Omens, then they will cancel Stranger Things in return. Stay classy, Amazon, you overreaching future Orwellian dystopian world leader of a company, you. Up next, Norwegian island campaigns to abolish the concept of time itself.
There's no time at all.
People living on a small island in Norway are campaigning to abolish the concept of time. Summeroy, north of the Arctic Circle, experiences a period of 69 days every year when the sun doesn't set, and this, according to the locals, is why the area should be considered a time-free zone. Speaking to Sky News, resident Nut Hansvold said it made sense to his fellow islanders to get rid of time during a period of midnight sun, although the idea, he admits, was born amid much bantering. He said it's less windy at night, it's perfect for painting your house. The 69 days of constant sun usually lasts between 18th of May to 26th of July, which is around the time school children also break for summer. He adds, kids have no bedtime, as Summeroy is quite a small island. When asked how business as usual would cope without the concept of time itself, he pointed to the island's small population of only a few hundred people, many of whom work in the fishing industry. Says that the industry works day and night regardless of the clock. The little shop closes in the evening, he added, but opens on request. In a Facebook video that shows the islanders abandoning and smashing their timepieces, the group says, "Time simply is no object to us amid the midnight sun. If we want to cut the grass at midnight, we will. If we want to take a swim at 4 a.m., we will. That's why we want to be officially recognized as the world's first time-free zone," the group concluded. I think this is an interesting idea, but I don't see why making the island time-free would be needed. Just do what you want to do when you need to want to do it. You poor, poor, poor northern people. Can you imagine having the other 6 months where you got no sun at all? From PC Games N, EA. They're not loot boxes, they're surprise mechanics, and they're quite ethical.
Yeah, that seems about right.
EA's implementation of loot boxes has come under plenty of fire, even relative to the general outcry against the mechanic. The pushback against Star Wars Battlefront 2 loot boxes was so intense that EA reworked the entire system, and the wild popularity of FIFA Ultimate Team means that it has gotten scrutiny, even from watchdog groups and governmental organizations. Carrie Hopkins, EA's Vice President of Legal and Government Affairs, insists that the company's randomized purchases aren't loot boxes, but rather surprise mechanics. In an oral evidence session with UK Parliament's Digital Culture Media Sport Committee, Hopkins compares the mechanics to surprise toys, which have been around for years, whether it's Kinder Eggs or Hatchimals or LOL Surprise. What the hell's an LOL Surprise? Look, you're not fooling anybody. Stop it. Just give us our sense of pride and accomplishment and be on your way, you dirty, dirty loot box merchants. Here's something a little bit different. This isn't some news I found. Here's some news from me. I'm starting a podcast. You can find my podcast on Anchor.fm, and it's currently on Spotify. Within the next couple of days, it should be up on a bunch of other platforms like Apple, Google, stuff like that. Link is in the description. Hope you tune in. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have on there yet, but it's going to be more of a soapbox than this news show is. Maybe movie reviews? My opinion on the current events? Who knows? It's been a slow news week for some actual stories, so let's cap it off with, once again, Florida Man Bonus Round! Florida Spider-Man seen pressure washing roof of Florida home during rainstorm. Florida man files lawsuit against his town because people keep pooping and having sex on the beach in front of his mansion. Florida man arrested for drug possession while attempting to catch Pokemon. Florida man wearing Coke shirt arrested for selling crack cocaine. Florida man hid meth in hot potato wedges, deputies say. And that's been it for your very short Florida Man Bonus Round for today. And with that, I will cap off this week's episode. See you all next week, folks, for more This Weekly in Dumb.